for the people who also may have that low self-esteem, for people who don't believe that the Lord will use them,
Mhm.
who are maybe allowing for the enemy to win that conversation, like what would
Right.
you say to them?
Basically, I'm even in this walk and in this juncture, even for myself, I'm learning to turn a deaf ear to the negativity. And you don't have to be a perfect person. You just need to be an available person,
Mm,
an obedient person. Because sometimes the Lord requires me to say and do things that I may not be comfortable with, but I'm going to obey Him. I'm going to trust Him. And then He takes care of the outcome. So when we obey the instruction, it obligates the Father to handle the outcome. And so you don't have to be perfect. You do need to be available. You don't have to be perfect. You do need to be a surrendered individual.
mm.
And He can work with that.
Talk about that a little bit more. When you talk about surrendered, what does surrendered mean?
Surrender simply is this: you give up your will for His. You let your identity be hidden Him. So when you're surrendered, you're literally saying, God, I want to do it this way, or I want this. But because I love you more than this. So I surrender my this to you. So that's a surrendered heart. That's a surrendered mindset where you let go of what's in your hand so the Father can release what's in His. So surrendered means I take my hands off of it. I back up off of it. I let it go and I pick up what He wants, your will and your way. I move out of the way that I can get in the way of the Lord.
I think, and that's important to know. I know that's gonna be one of the clips that we put up because, because even when we talk about surrender, a lot of times, like whether we acknowledge it or not,
Hmm.
there is territory sometimes that we are not willing to let go of,
That's right.
and it is difficult, even when you know
Hmm.
to be able to do that. Like you want to trust God, you want to, like let that, but it's like saying it is one thing,
Hmm.
singing it is one thing,
Right.
but really doing that in your heart, it really is. And sometimes it's something that we have to be able to pray for the Lord to give us strength to do it. It's like, "Look, I
Yes.
feel like I want to do it, but I need you to help me to
That's it right
to
there.
do it."
Help me. Help me. I pray that prayer a whole lot. Father, help me. Because you can't do it in your own ability.
Yeah.
If you could, you would have already done it. So you need the Holy Spirit to help you. That's what He is, our help, our aid. He helps us to let go of stuff so we can go. If we can let it go, then we can go. Sometimes we don't realize the thing that we're holding on to has us hostage.
Say that part again.
Yeah, the things that we're holding on to has us hostage. But if we can let it go, then we can go.
That it's kind of like, what was it? It was, I can't remember what movie it was, but there was a guy, he he thought he was drowning, and somebody was just like, stand up, and he stood up and the water only went to his knees. Like, so, so and so you know what I mean? Like, it's sort of like in your mind, like the way that you think about it
Right,
is like, some things that you feel like you have to let go, you feel like it'll kill you if you do it. You feel like you're not be able to live, or you're not,
right,
or you have to, it'll cause you to surrender parts of your life that you really had hoped would happen for you. But it's like, when you let go, it's like that trust fall. It's like, oh, I didn't hurt myself after all.
right, right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
It's but it can be really scary, and I don't wanna downplay that. I just,
that's
like,
right.
for the people that are listening, um, you know, surrendering is important. A lot of times, the things that we do, for the Lord, the way that we try to, we want for our lives to change and all this stuff, we have to commit to the change, but it's not always this overnight thing.
Right.
It's a
Process.
Yeah.
Right. It's not gonna happen overnight. You didn't get there overnight. So it's not gonna take it's gonna take time for you to be processed, trained, and developed, through it. And so, some things are very, very difficult to let go of because you've been in it for a long while. It becomes a part of your makeup, a part of your identity, and so, releasing it now brings a level of fear because you're like, well, who am I going to be without this? So this is my security. And so what do I do with now that I'm going to let this go? Who am I? How is this going to help keep me mellow? What do I do now if I'm going to release that? And this is the thing that kept me mellow.
Listen, yeah, I really this is good.
Ah,
This is good. I mean, because it is like and that is the feeling. I think even when we talk about being a new creature, right? Like I said, old things are passed away. Sometimes though, like the old things
mm,
don't pass away because we won't allow them to die.
no,
It's it's
you're
tough.
right.
But it's the commitment to doing it every day.
Right.
Um, there was a guy. There was a guy who had come to he had come to one of the services that we had at the prison. And he'd been coming for a little while. But this week he said he was like, I want to be able to do it. Like, but I'm not gonna lie, I get in these situations and I do want to do the other things. And like he said, but I'm tired of it. But on the
Right.
other hand, like it's too hard for me to just stop. And so we talked, and I'm like, you have to stop thinking of it like, like a episode of Bewitched. Like, you know
Mhm.
what I'm saying? Like you just
Mhm.
going and all of
Right.
a sudden it's gonna be like it's gonna be done. Like, don't worry about tomorrow. It's like just try to live safe today.
Today
You know what I mean? Like, yo, listen, tomorrow, that I'm not even promised tomorrow. I want to make sure that before I go to sleep that I'm right with the Lord.
that I
And so
pleased you.
and I'm you know what I mean? And I'm
Right.
living like that all day. When tomorrow comes, then we do it all over again.
Enough grace for tomorrow.
That's it. But it's that consistent choice. And I think that because people look at it from the total picture. How in the world am I gonna live holy for a whole year, for 2 years? How am I not gonna like so I'm not gonna drink alcohol no more. So how
Come
am I
on.
supposed to do
Come
that?
on.
You know what I mean? Like how am I supposed to do that for this long extended period of time? Like I've never been able to do it. So now like you're telling me that I have to stop doing this. How am I going to? And I'm like, yo, you have to take it a day at a time.